Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Welcome back to Boy Band Break. We encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Cinzia.
I'm Sofia, and welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Ooh.
We're back to doing some 2 episodes a day.
Sorry, I was like, what? What are you saying?
Come on.
Yes, we are recording another episode today.
Right?
So hopefully you listened to our Nick album review. I hope you really enjoyed Nick's album, Love, Life, Tragedy. And if we don't really have any other information on that because we literally just recorded it, so I don't know if any new things have happened. As of right now, we still have not received...
when we record things, it does. So stay tuned if there is.
Putting it out into the universe there.
And we'll also have an album review for 98 Degrees in the coming week.
So if our album does not come in the mail, we will listen online and do the whole digital age stuff. But yes, as of right now, we have no 98 Degrees album, but we will definitely do a review when that comes in.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, we did O-Town quizzes. So we're like, you know what? We haven't done a lot of quizzes about O-Town. Let's check it out. So I had posted it out there asking if anybody had any good links for O-Town quizzes.
And can I say, we did pretty well considering we didn't know.
I'm surprised.
Right? Maybe
Although
we know O-Town better than we thought.
Maybe, but a lot of those quizzes were a lot older questions, and obviously it's been like 20 years since Making the Band came out, so, and we were not hardcore, so we missed up on some of that. After we finished recording, one of our listeners, who I believe I met in Cleveland, Alison Hinkle, sent me a bunch of some questions for O-Town, and then she also reminded me, and I 1000% forgot, that Karah-Leigh Hancock, so she is her and Amelia wrote the Backstreet Boys 30th anniversary book. Karah has also written some other books herself and self-published and stuff, but she came up with a book and it's called Boy Band's Ultimate Trivia Book. So it came out last year. And we're all
about fun and games on this podcast. So we thought, why not do one here?
I was like, that's a great idea. Why not? And so Alison says that, so it was written by Karah. It was released last year in 2024. And it was available on Amazon, Walmart, and all that jazz. So I was like, and you can also like check up on library apps and things like that. So I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I went to Amazon and I picked it up, and the very next day it was here. So this is Boy Band's Ultimate Trivia Book. Test your superfan status and relive the most iconic boy band moments. I don't know why I thought that said host, because I was reading it in the screen. Most iconic by Karah-Leigh Hancock. And I just want to say that this is really cute. Like, look, it's glittery. Who doesn't like sparkly boy bands?
It's so fun.
So yeah. So, and it's actually like quite a large book. It's pretty thick.
Was it expensive?
Let's see. On the back, it says it's $16.99 US, $22.99 Canadian. I think I paid about that. So let me just check on, what is this thing called? Amazon? Un momento, por favor. Yes. So it's currently on Amazon Canada, $22.99. So, yep. So it's that.
Well, thank you for getting it. So now we can do an episode.
I have purchased this. This is not given to us free or whatever the heck, but I'm just letting you know that so we are going to go through. So obviously we're not going to go through the whole book, but we are going to do some quizzes and see how well our boy band knowledge is. So on Amazon, it says, put your boy band expertise to the test with nearly 500 trivia questions accompanied by entertaining illustrations capturing your favorite musical moments. A true love letter to boy bands, the Boy Band's Ultimate Trivia Book is the perfect way to show off your knowledge and prove your super fan status. With questions about individual albums, oh God, we're going to be so screwed. Concerts, reunions of boy bands ranging from the Beatles and Jackson 5 to New Kids on the Block and One Direction to BTS and the K-pop explosion that never ends with these talented musicians.
I feel like we will do well with Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and possibly O-Town.
Yes. So on the back it says, claim your crown, as I stop the screen, as the ultimate boy band fan. You know every lyric, you've bought all the merch, and you've followed your favorites to concert venues, suburban malls, and record store signings. Whether hearing a Backstreet Boys song makes you feel larger than life, or the Jonas Brothers will always have you burning up, it's time to put your boy band expertise to the test with Boy Band's Ultimate Trivia Book, featuring nearly 500 trivia questions spanning decades of boy band history, illustrations of your favorite boy band members, a rating system and scoring sheet to cement your superfan status, and a special bonus quiz to determine which band you'd best fit into. Oh, I didn't see that part. Featuring the biggest acts in history, the Beatles, New Edition, Boyz II Men, NSYNC, B2K, One Direction, BTS, just to name a few, plus short bonus quizzes and fun facts. This is a must-have for fans of every stripe, but perfect to test your knowledge solo or enjoy with your boy band besties. Okay, so first of all, I also want to say this is really cute, and it has like...
It's so colorful.
It's colorful. It has pictures. So here's various members. First I was like, oh, what boy band is this? I'm like, okay. So we got like Nick, we got Joey Fatone, we got Donnie Wahlberg, and I want to say this is Joe Jonas.
Yes.
You think?
Yes. I think so.
Yes. So it says, this book is dedicated to the boy band fangirls of the world. We are a special breed of fan. We are protective of our boys. We are fierce when it comes to promoting and supporting our favorite groups. God forbid someone says anything bad about them. Whether it's the fangirls who sat and watched the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, or the fangirls who hope that one day One Direction will get back together, like the Jonas Brothers, I salute you. Keep fighting the good fight. And I would just like to say that my hubs is on the page here. So there's
Pineapple Head, right?
Pineapple Head, yes. So basically, so there's an introduction to how to use the book. There's the rating system, scoring system. Then she has it. So this is cool. So it's broken up by the decades. So you have the 60s and 70s, 80s and 90s, 2000s. And then under each, they have like a more popular boy band, for example, Backstreet Boys. And then they also have a bonus boy band. So the bigger boy bands, there's 25 questions. The bonus boy bands, there's 5 questions. So for example, after Backstreet Boys, there's Westlife. After NSYNC, there's 5. This is what I was very excited, and I don't know if you can see this, but I can never figure out which way to go here. 3 Deep is
yeah.
3
Our
Deep
Canadian boy band is actually there.
Is actually here. Also Soul Decision, another Canadian one.
And Soul Decision.
And then our fake boy, so under like, so she had them like similar groups together. So like O-Town and Together are together. Jonas Brothers and Dream Street, NSYNC and 5, Backstreet Boys and Westlife. Like, so she like matched them up with similar boy band styles, right? So like, I think that's really cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, so very cool. It's very cute. Spoiler alert, I have not actually opened this book. This is when I'm first opening this book. There seems to be a lot of fun.
So
pictures.
we're all doing it together.
We're all in this together.
Because we're together. Get it?
This
together.
Guy. So I was like, how are we going to figure out which boy band? Obviously, we're not doing the entire book because copyright, and also we don't have that time. But if this is something that you guys like, and maybe we should do it again in the future, then let us know, and then we'll do that. So, so Sophia and I are going to take. So the way that it is set up is that the questions are there, but then the answers are on a different page, so we can actually play along and not spoil it for ourselves. So, yeah. Okay. So I got our wheel up. Or is there somebody specifically you want to try for, or do we want to just let the wheel do its thing?
Let's play by ear. But if there's ones that we're not going to be good, I don't know.
There's probably going to be some that we're not good at. The older ones we're not going to be so good at. I feel like our main boy bands are Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Jonas Brothers, O-Town, New Kids on the Block, like that era. So we have a very small window. But you know what? Sometimes it's good to try out the other boy bands. So
Yeah, let's try.
All right, let's spin the wheel and see who we get.
Spin the wheel. Let's make a deal. Who's going to be?
We got New Edition. So we do not know a lot about New Edition, but you know what? This is as good of enough time as any. So we definitely.
Well, I guess we're going to learn about New Edition together.
We are going to learn about New Edition together, guys. Okay, so feel free to play along. Let's see. So New Edition is on page 49. So they are under 80s and 90s, and it says. So New Edition. So she has like a little write-up about the band before it goes into the quiz. So that's also really cool. So it says, what started as two boys joining their friend on stage to support him because he was shy, eventually grew into one of the most successful vocal groups of all time. New Edition came from humble backgrounds, but their hard work and dedication to their music helped them find worldwide success and adoring fans who love them and their songs to this day. While the group has taken breaks over the years, they always seem to come back together to each other and to their fans as they have since the late 70s when the guys were just friends in elementary school. New Edition became a pioneering group of the late 70s, early 80s, influencing decades of fellow artists and boy bands. Their distinctive harmonies have given us some of the most enduring ballads, and hearing one of their biggest hits on the radio is sure to make any boy band fan smile. So they've been very influential in like New Kids on the Block and things like that. So one of the OG boy bands for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one of the members. Okay. All right, Sophia. Now this is basically just be guesswork for us because we know pretty much nothing. So we have done a couple of episodes about them, but I don't retain information. So okay.
Yes. Weren't they like Belle Delvaux? What is that one?
I think Belle Delvaux came from them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm 99% sure. Yes. All right. Okay. So where was New Edition formed? A, Boston, B, Brooklyn, C, Compton, D, Houston. I'm going to go Boston.
A.
You think Boston as well? Okay. Which member of New Edition founded the band? Ronnie DeVoe, Johnny Gill, Bobby Brown, or Ricky Bell? I'm going to
say A.
You're going to say Ronnie DeVoe? Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to go with, I'm thinking, I don't know, Johnny Gill, Bobby Brown? I'm going to go Johnny Gill because why not? Okay. What year did New Edition form? 75, 78, 76, or 77? I'm going to guess 77.
I'm going to say 77 as well.
Okay. Okay, true or false? The group called themselves New Edition because they were a new edition of the Jackson 5.
True.
That sounds like it could be true. Yeah, go there. What is the name of the producer who originally wanted to sign Ralph Tresvant to a solo deal, but ended up signing the entire group? Okay. Lou Pearlman, Johnny Wright, Maurice Starr, or Simon Fuller? I'm pretty sure it's Maurice.
I think it's Maurice Starr. He sounds like that because then New Kids on the Block came with him. Like he wanted New Kids on the Block.
Yes, I feel like, yes, they had a falling out.
Yes.
And I believe Johnny Wright kind of got introduced with this because he was working at a radio station and Maurice used to call him and they were trying to do that. They did like a talent search, didn't they? I feel like
I believe, yes.
I think so. Okay. What is the name of New Edition's first single to go to number 1? So not necessarily their first single, the first one to go to number 1. Can You Stand the Rain, Candy Girl, Mr. Telephone Man, or Hanging Tough? Okay, it's not Hanging Tough because that's New Kids on the Block.
I think it's Candy Girl.
I think it's Candy Girl. But I wonder if that's a trick question. I wonder if it's Mr. Telephone Man. I'm going to go Candy Girl. Okay. After their first major tour, the group was dropped off back at their families' homes with checks for how much money? Interesting. Okay. All right. $1,500.59.
That's very specific.
That is a very specific number. And I'm like wondering, is that specific on purpose? Like, I don't know. $500,000. I don't think so in the 70s. Probably not. I feel like
no. But do you think they were also shady towards them? Probably. Like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC?
Yeah. Okay. So $18,000 and then $1.87. See, it's hard to know without knowing how long the tour was.
Okay, I'm thinking the third one.
You're thinking 18,000?
Yes. Okay.
I hope it's not $1.87.
I also wanted to go with that one, but what if it's not?
Oh, that's, I'm going to give benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to go $1,559, which seems like a very specific amount for some reason, and I don't know why. But
yeah, I don't know why either. But yeah, I feel like it's either that one. I don't know. For some reason, something is telling me it's also $1.
I feel like it's $1.87, and I don't want it to be $1.87, so that's why I'm not picking.
Either do I. So I'm gonna choose the third one.
Okay. When New Edition fired Maurice Starr, what group did he create next? Okay, we do.
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block. So the other options were Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, Perfect Gentlemen. I have not heard of that band, or Hanson. So that's, at least we know we got one question right in this quiz, guys.
We know the history.
All right. After gaining new management and signing a new record deal, what was the name of the group's second album? A, New Edition, B, Cool It Now, C, All for Love, or D, Count Me Out?
I think it's D.
You think Count Me Out? I'm going to go for either Cool It Now or All for Love. I'm going to go
All for Love, actually. Can I change my answer to All for Love?
You want All for Love? Okay, so that is C. Yep. Okay. Okay, which member of New Edition did the group vote out in 1985 due to the way he acted both on and off stage?
Isn't that Bobby Brown?
I think it is. So you got Ricky Bell, Ronnie DeVoe, Bobby Brown, or Michael Bivins.
I think it's Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I think it's Bobby Brown.
Falling out?
That seems like Bobby Brown. Because they had Bell, Biv, DeVoe, and that's the other three guys. So I'm assuming that doesn't make sense. They would fire somebody else. For which movie did New Edition re-record a 1954 hit by the Penguins? I've never heard of the Penguins, so I don't know what song this is. So your movies are License to Drive, Karate Kid Part 2, Back to the Future Part 2, or Baby Boom?
I couldn't tell you.
You know what? Let's go. I'm going to go Karate Kid Part 2.
What was the other one?
So License to Drive, Karate Kid Part 2, Back to the Future Part 2, or Baby Boom?
I'm going to go with Back to the Future.
Okay. Baby Boom was about this woman who ended up having to take care of a baby, and then she was like an executive, and then they made a bunch of applesauce, and it was a movie. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here's another member of the band. And now here's a third member of the band. Okay. What singer was added to the group in 1987? Johnny Gill, Babyface, Lionel Richie, or Jordan Knight? I think it's Johnny Gill.
I think it's Johnny Gill as well. Because isn't Babyface a producer?
Yes. And a solo artist, isn't he?
Yes.
And it's obviously not Jordan Knight, so.
No, so I think it's the Johnny Gill.
Which means that I fucked up an answer earlier, but whatever. Which producers known for working with Janet Jackson did New Edition work with on their fifth album, Heartbreak?
Oh, it's that brothers duo.
Okay, I will read the names and you let me know who a brother duo is. So we got Nile Rodgers and Simon Le Bon. Simon Le Bon was in another boy band. Okay. Rick Rubin and Matt Lang. Mutt Lang. Mutt Lang and Max Martin. Or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I think it's Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
You think that? Okay. I wonder when.
I don't know. I remember like Janet Jackson always
I
had
don't believe it's Max Martin.
that duo brother. I think they were like brothers, and they were like a duo. She always went to them, but I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up.
That's fine. I'm just to pick a different one. I'm going to go Rick Rubin and Mutt Lang. Who is Shania Twain's ex-husband? I know it's wrong, but whatever. Yeah. Which former child actor directed and starred in the group's music video for N.E. Heartbreak? Lisa Bonet, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Macaulay Culkin, or Brooke Shields?
I'm going to say Lisa Bonet.
You're going Lisa. I'm going to go Macaulay Culkin just for fun, because why not? What future vocal group named themselves after a song from New Edition's Heartbreak album? Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Boys to Men, 98 Degrees.
Boys to Men.
Okay, so Boys to Men. That makes sense. Because I don't think they would have a song be like 98 degrees, whatever. Yeah, Boys to Men makes sense. So. Yeah. Watch it be 98 degrees. That would be hilarious.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. And it's obviously not Backstreet Boys and NSYNC because we know how those ones came about. So
we're good there.
Which pop queen did Bobby Brown marry in 1992? I know this one. Whitney Houston.
We know the history.
All right. So the other options were Madonna, Whitney Houston, Paula Abdul, or Debbie Gibson. Okay. Despite having a #1 song, Bobby Brown's debut solo album failed to gain traction. Which producer did Bobby not work with on his second and most successful solo album, Don't Be Cruel? Because you know how much I know about producers, but yes. R. Kelly, Babyface, L.A. Reid, or Teddy Riley?
L.A. Reid.
L.A. Reid, okay.
I'm just making a guess, like 100% guess here.
I'm going to go R. Kelly, because why not? All right. Well, New Edition took a break. Ricky Bell, Michael Bivins, and Ronnie DeVoe created a trio called Bell Biv DeVoe. What was the name of their first single? Do Me, Poison, BBD, I Thought It Was Me, She's Dope. I'm going to go Poison because I know that's a song of theirs, but it might not be their first single.
I also was thinking Poison.
Okay.
So I'll just go that one too.
Okay. New Edition's music was considered New Jack Swing. Oh, here's another member of the band.
New Jack Swing.
New Jack Swing, which contained elements of which musical genres?
Oh, God.
Rap, R&B, and funk. Country, R&B, and rap. Funk, pop, and R&B, rap, funk, and rock.
The third one.
Okay, so you're going funk, pop, R&B.
Yes.
I'm going to go rap, R&B, and funk. I don't know. What is the name of the New Edition album that was released in 1996? Their first album in 8 years. About Time, Home Again, Forever, or Same Edition?
I have no idea, but I'm going to go
About Time. So Home Again, About Time, Forever, Same Edition.
About Time.
Okay. Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill, and Ralph Tresvant joined singers Monica, Faith Evans, and Whitney Houston on Somebody Bigger Than You and I. The song appeared in which movie? The Bodyguard, Princess Diaries, Cinderella, or The Preacher's Wife? So I think Whitney was in 2 of those movies.
Yeah, The Bodyguard, I know for sure.
And Preacher's Wife, I believe.
And Preacher's Wife. So what is the question again? Sorry.
So Bobby, Johnny, and Ralph joined Monica, Faith, and Whitney on a song called Somebody Bigger Than You and I.
Okay.
What movie was it in?
I feel like it's Bodyguard.
I also want to say Bodyguard, but I think I'm going to switch it up to Preacher's Wife.
Okay.
Just because.
50-50 chance on both.
50-50. I don't think it was in Cinderella, so I think.
No.
Oh, I guess it could have been the new Cinderella, the one that Brady was in. I don't know. Okay, in 2002, New Edition caught the eye of what producer and was signed to his Bad Boy record label?
Oh.
Sean Puffy Combs, R. Kelly, Jermaine Dupri, or Timberland?
Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
Puff
who's
Daddy
in a lot of
is.
trouble now.
Sure is, yep. He's definitely a Bad Boy record, so there you go. What reunited group did New Edition record the song Full Service? I know this one. In 2008. Boys to Men, New Kids on the Block,
New Kids on the Block,
or the Jacksons. New Kids on the Block for the
I get
win.
excited, but I was so excited.
We knew that answer. We have at least 3 correct.
Woohoo!
Where did all 6 members of New Edition reunite in July 2011 to celebrate their 30th anniversary? Coachella, Music Midtown, iHeartRadio Music Festival, or the Essence Music Festival?
I think I'm going to say Essence.
You're going to go with Essence? I'm going to go with iHeart, because why not? And the last New Edition question. What network aired the New Edition story, a 3-part miniseries about the group in 2017? Oh, we had that on the list to watch, and we never watched it.
Oh, that's true.
MTV, CBS, BET, or VH1?
I want to say VH1 because that seems like something they would do.
Like that, but I'm wondering if it's BET.
Maybe BET though, because I feel like they also do that.
I think I'm gonna guess BET.
Okay, I'll just stick with VH1.
You're going to VH1. Okay, so that is the end. Here's this other gentleman here. Woo! Okay, so now I'm going to score.
So how well do you think we did?
I'm thinking less than 50% is what I'm thinking.
So I think we got at least 3 or 4 right.
You think you got 3 or 4? Okay. All right.
Which is pretty good considering we don't know anything about
We really
this.
don't. We really need to do more about New Edition.
Yes.
We need to go look at that.
Before our time, really.
Before our time. Okay, so A. Okay, we both got the first question right. We
Excellent.
both failed.
What was the answer?
question.
Sorry, what was the answer?
A was. Gonna make me go back and forth, man.
Sorry.
They were formed in Boston, so we got that
Excellent.
right.
Yes.
Question 2 was C, so we both got that wrong. So Bobby Brown founded it. That makes sense. I was thinking Bobby Brown. He was the more, so we got that
That
wrong.
sounds about right. Yeah.
All right. 3 was B. We also did not get that one. They formed in 1978. I feel like that's a hard question. We picked 77, same thing.
Close enough, like.
Okay, 4 was true, which we did get. So excellent.
Ooh,
for us.
so we have 2 so far.
So they were a new edition of the Jackson 5. Okay. What number are we on? 5 was C, so we got that one.
Yeah, we have 3 right.
So that's a Maurice Starr one. Okay, 6 was B, which we also got. Excellent.
So we have 4 right.
Candy Girl, so that's good. 7 was D, which we both got wrong. So this is the one we were hoping we wouldn't get wrong. So after their first major tour, they were dropped off with a check for $1.87.
Why did we know that? Why did we know that?
I think when we did the New Edition thing, we did mention that. And I think that's why they broke up with Maurice Starr after that.
Yes, because they're not making any money.
I was hoping for more, but $1.87, even in the 70s, that's not a lot of money.
Bad.
That sucks, man.
We wanted to be respectful.
We wanted to be positive. We wanted to hope for everything. Yes. Okay, number 8, B. We both got that one.
Okay, we have 5.
So that was the New Kids.
So we have 5 right. Okay, this is good.
Do we both have? Did we all answer the same question? Okay, yes. All right. Number 9 is A. So number 9, neither of us got that. Yes. So the second album was called New Edition. See, I wouldn't think it would, because I thought the original album would have been called New Edition, but okay. Because usually your debut album has your own name. Okay.
Yeah, maybe they felt like they didn't want that name for the first one. I don't know.
10 was C, so we both got that one.
Yes, we have 6.
Okay, so
that's more than I thought we would get.
That's they voted Bobby Brown out, so we got that one. Okay, 11 was B, so I got that right. You got that wrong.
So you have 7 and I have 6, right?
So that was the Karate Kid Part 2. Okay, so 12A. Where's 12? We both got that, so that's good.
So we have 7 and you have 8.
That was Johnny Gill joining the group. 13 is D. So I got that wrong, but you got that right. So now we're tied again. Okay, so 13 was which producer did they not work with? No. Known for working with Janet Jackson. So you were right. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So there you go.
Yes. So I have 9.
14 was
9,
B.
8.
So we did not, neither of us got 14. B, so that was Malcolm Jamal Warner was in the group.
Oh, I knew it was either one of them from the Cosby Show. I knew it.
Okay, 15, C. We both got that correct.
Okay,
so
10,
that
9,
one was
10,
Boys
8,
to Men.
right?
Yep, so Boys to Men named themselves there. 16 was B, which we both got. Excellent. So that was the Whitney Houston, got married to Bobby Brown. 17 was A, so I got that right. You got that wrong.
So we're tied 11-11.
So R. Kelly was not the one they did not work with. Okay.
Oh, wow.
18 was B, so we both got that right. So
12.
that was Poison, so that was the good song. Excellent. 19 was A, so I got that right. You got that wrong. So that one was rap, R&B, and funk is their style of music.
Okay.
20 was B. We both got that wrong. So 20 was their first single. The new album in 1996 was called Home Again. 21 was D. So I got that one. You did not. That one was
14, 12.
That was The Preacher's Wife was the movie that the song was in. Okay.
50-50 chance.
50-50 chance. Well, actually, it was like a 25% chance. 22 was A, so we both got that. So that one was
15, 13.
Puff Daddy. That was that one.
We need that one.
23 was B. We both got that.
14, 16. Wow, look at us.
23 was B. So that was the New Kids on the Block Full Service. 24 was D. So did we have that? You had that. So I got that wrong. You got that right.
Yeah.
So that was the
16,
Essence Music Festivals where they reunited. And then the last one, who did a 3-part miniseries? The answer is C. So was that me? Yes, I got that one. So BET. So let's do it.
So 17, 15. Dude, we did better than I thought we would.
Oh, sorry, you already counted that. So 17 to 15. Okay. There's a scoring guide at the front that will tell us how we did with that.
That's better than I thought.
How many points do we have? 15 and 17?
I got 15 points.
And I got 17.
You got 17.
So if we're between 13 and 18 points, we are a boy band fan. You definitely know the groups and some of their history. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know that,
right.
so that's good. And then you got 17. We did good. I'm proud of us.
Good. We did way better than I thought we would do.
I'm proud of us. Good for us.
I'm proud of us. Good for us.
Yes.
Okay, so should we do a mini one now?
Sure.
So now let's switch over to the mini game. Random wall picker. So these ones are the short 5 questions. So
okay,
we got like the monkeys and everybody. So we're going to spin around. So let's see who we pick. Yes, we were hoping for 3 Deep.
You know,
I don't know.
I see a member of 3 Deep every day on Young and the Restless.
And there you go.
Can you guess which one?
Is it Eddie Cibrian or is it Joshua Morrow?
No, it's Joshua Morrow.
It's not CJ Hewer. I love CJ.
Eddie Cibrian, I believe, was on a 1-season show on Netflix, but then it got canceled.
Yes, it was really good. It was called Country Comfort.
Yes.
And
I believe
it had
his wife was
Catherine
also in
McPhee.
it, right?
She did make a couple appearances, but she was not a main character.
Oh, okay.
And but Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block's son, Griffin, was in it.
Oh.
And then Catherine McPhee was also in it. She was on
Married to that guy, something Foster?
David Foster.
David
She was on
Foster.
one of those shows. I don't know if it was American Idol or
I
something.
think it was American Idol because that's how he met her.
Yes. So it was actually a really cute thing. It was like,
I think he was her mentor on that, actually. American Idol.
oh, interesting. Fascinating. I think she's the same age as his kids, but
Yep.
But they've been together for years and years. But anyways,
They have a
that was
son.
really
I believe
cute.
the son is now like 4.
Sure, makes sense.
I'm just taking a guess. I don't know.
All right. But yeah, so that show it's kind of like a version of The Nanny, you know, with Fran Drescher. So basically,
Yes, I used to watch The Nanny. It was so good.
That was a good show. But basically, honestly, it's very similar to that. So his wife had died. She broke up with her boyfriend. She's driving through the thing. Her truck breaks down in front of their house. They're looking for another nanny. They come in. He also has a blonde assistant who wants to date him. And then she ends up just like living, like they just pull her in and she saves the day. Anyways, they have some terrible country accents, but it's a good show. So I just made that connection right now that it's like The Nanny. Interesting. But, and then it just ends on this really good cliffhanger. And then I wanted it to continue and it got canceled. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I feel like usually Netflix cancels things on the first season. They don't give it a try.
Yeah.
If it's not good, they don't.
Don't get me wrong. It was very cheesy and hokey, but that's what I liked about it. I thought it was good. And Griffin did a really good job in the show.
Something's fun, right? When you have fun things, you want to watch.
Exactly. And then, I think they try to get to Leanne Rimes' concert, which is obviously she's married to Eddie Cibrian and whatever. And then there was like some shenanigans that ensue and then whatever. So she ends up being in like an episode, but it's pretty funny. Okay. So we are going to talk about 3 Deep, which is our Canadian boy band, page 144. And I will be very sad if we get all the answers wrong.
We probably will. We haven't heard of them for so long.
I know. I have this like weird obsession with CJ. I just love him. He's just like
my favorites are Joshua Morrow and
Eddie Cibrian.
But I feel like I love Joshua Morrow because I still follow him on Young and the Restless. I'm still watching that, so it's like I know him. And I would have been able to meet him at Rewind Con back when we went.
Yeah,
but he canceled like. I think like a week before because he had commitments. Good for him though, because he wouldn't have gotten paid.
Yep, that's true. So,
okay, sorry, go ahead.
So they only show Eddie Cibrian here. So it's a little picture here. So this is 3 Deep. A lot of American boy band fans have never heard of 3 Deep, which is true. But those in Canada, Asia, and Europe sure have. Oh, I didn't realize.
Well, majority of Canadians have. Some Canadians have not.
You know, their stars shone for just such a small amount of time.
They were on the what is that? The
MyTV's hit list.
That one, but they were also on the daytime show. What is her name?
No idea. Deanie Petty.
No, the other one. Rafi. Oh my gosh. Maybe it was Ricky Lake. Jesse Raphael. You know.
Sally Jesse Raphael?
That's that one. I think they were on that one.
Okay. So there was basically 2 hot American soap stars and then regular man CJ.
He was kind of the Justin Jeffrey of the group.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, it was just really nice. So I met them at Roller Gardens back in the day, which is a roller skating rink in the area. They were doing a fundraiser. They're doing autographs. But you had to, like, pay for an autograph. But you could still go through the line because I didn't know that. I was, like, friggin' 14 or something. So I just kind of went through. I took pictures of them with meeting other people, but not, like, with them. And then they were leaving. So then I was, like, waving, and I blew a kiss to CJ. And CJ's, like, looked around to see the other guys. And the other guys had already left the room. And he's like... me? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. So he was like, so happy. And then there was a time, and then he was like,
and then you've
Howie's
seen him a
manager.
few times, and he's still so surprised that he still has one fan.
I just fucking love CJ. Like I ran into
He's
him
so
once.
funny.
He's friends with Howie from the Backstreet Boys, so he does a lot of stuff with Howie.
This is how we met him, because we went to City Hall.
Yes.
Nathan Phillips Square. Sorry, we went to Nathan Phillips Square on
and
New
Howie
Year's
was
Eve.
performing and Neverest, and CJ was helping Howie
And then
manage Neverest.
and Cinzia had a sign for CJ, but we didn't find CJ
It was
until
so
like 10 minutes
funny.
before midnight. And I go, Cinz, there's CJ. Like, what are the chances?
So we were like in front of the stage, and I had this like CJ give me a kiss, I think, at midnight or something.
Yes,
like that.
a kiss, yeah.
And then we were there, and Howie and I don't know why Howie wasn't performing at midnight.
I think he was just announcing them.
He was whatever. So anyway, so like the actual like, so Neverest had performed and Howie had performed, but I did not see CJ. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then for some reason we didn't want to be in the crowd in front of the stage at that point. So we decided, you know what? It's almost midnight. Maybe we'll try to like look around and see if maybe there's like a backstage access, or we can kind of like see the guys leaving or something like that. So we like wandered around.
It was hard to get through, now that I remember.
There was a lot of like, because it was being filmed for TV, right? So there was a lot of like stuff blocked off because the cables and the wires and all that jazz. So we had gone around, we didn't see anything, and we were just like literally under like a bridge thing, and it was like 2 minutes to not even like 5 minutes to midnight,
like 10 minutes
like
or something. Yeah,
it was small. It was like a 5 minutes to midnight. We're fucking freezing because we're like, okay, well, whatever. So we're standing there, and then Sophia's like, and I see this like man on his phone, and Sophia's like, isn't that CJ? And I was like, holy shit! So like grabbed my sign and held it up, and
then we call his name, and then he looks over, and he's like,
and then he's like so confused and oh my god, hilarious.
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed that.
And then he came and he actually gave me a kiss, but our hands were frozen because we had been out, because it's fucking New Year's Eve and down. So I think the camera didn't work in time. And when it did, he wasn't kissing me anymore, but it was just like on the cheek, obviously, because he's married. But it was just like really funny. And then I've seen him at like, he was at a Nick lunch one time, and then we saw him.
Nick lunch.
I saw him.
He was at the Backstreet Boys concert when they were at the Air Canada Center.
Yeah. So, and yes, that was good. Because I remember asking in Ottawa, I asked Mike, I'm like, hey, is CJ here? He's like, hey, he's up there. I'm like, ah. So then we didn't see CJ, but then we had just come out of like the Howie meet and greet or something. And we were back outside. And then I was like, holy shit, it's CJ. And I was like, hey, grabbed a picture with, I don't know, man. I don't know why.
It's very random, but it's fun.
It's very, and I met him once at the Sheraton Hamilton. He was with Howie and wanted a picture with Howie, but mostly wanted a picture of CJ. Oh my God. And then I had lunch with him that one time when I won the Howie lunch thing. So I have definitely met CJ several times over the years.
We have definitely gotten pictures with CJ.
I've gotten a bunch of pictures with CJ over the years. I'm just like, I love that kid. Anyways,
I love that kid. He's like, how old?
I love that kid that's older than me. I don't. He also kind of works for Please and Thank You, or he did at one point. I don't know if he still does, but
yeah, because I feel like that's why we've seen him. But I feel like also he's friends with Howie, so he's like,
he's friends with
get
Howie.
some Backstreet Boys merch or something.
All right, this recap has taken longer than this 5-question quiz will be. But
sorry, this is our memories of 3 Deep.
Good old memories, 3 Deep. Okay, where did we go to? Okay, I only read the first sentence. Continuing on. The band, however, only had one Canadian member. I knew this. The other 2 members were from the United States. Their debut.
How's that Canadian band? If half of it is American.
I think CJ wrote and produced and stuff.
Are they double a citizen? Like, what is happening? No, they're not.
So for Canada, for stuff to be considered CanCon, it has to be maple,
right? Can.
So you need to have 2 things, like, so Canadian content. So you need to have 2 of the 4 maple, which is music, artist, producer, or label. So if it was produced and it has a record label and there's not, like, as long as there's 2 of the 4, it's considered CanCon.
Okay, gotcha.
But like, for example, Bryan Adams, although Canadian, some of his albums are not considered CanCon because he did everything in the States. So he's the artist part, but the others, like, he didn't write it and produce it and do the other stuff. So then that it's a complicated system. But anyways,
yeah, it's very weird.
Try to promote Canadian things. So anyways, so their debut album featured a mix of upbeat pop tracks and soulful R&B ballads, though their only top 10 hit in Canada was Into You. So into you, no matter what I do. While Three Deep's time together was relatively short-lived, their music from the late 90s remains a nostalgic memory for fans of the era. All right, here we go, Soph. Let's see if we can get any of these questions right.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm not going to do well in this, but let's try.
So either. I know zero trivia about 3 Deep, but anyways. Okay, oh, you would get this one. Okay, what soap opera did both Josh Morrow and Eddie Cibrian star in from 1994 to 1996? Hint.
It was. Can I just guess? I already know this.
Do you want the hint?
No, I already know this.
Okay, go.
Young and the Restless.
Okay, so I will put that there, and I'm going to go with that as well. I'm stealing it. The hint was Joshua is still a cast member today. So the options were Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless, General Hospital, Bold and Beautiful. Yes. Also, a really funny story from Howie about how Wayne Gretzky and Josh Morrow, and it was, anyways, that's another story.
Oh, the hockey stick.
The hockey thing, and then he was like playing golf, and then Wayne Gretzky was like, "Oh my God, or was it Josh Morrow?
Josh Morrow?
What was his name? Is his name Nick on the show?
Nick, yeah.
He's
Nick
like,
Newman.
Nick Newman, and he's like Wayne Gretzky, and then they were like they were fanboying, and Howie was just watching it go down.
And Howie's like, "I'm Howie, here I am."
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so what was the name of? Oh God, what was the name of 3 Deep's debut album released in 1999?
Isn't it 3 Deep?
Options are yes, no, maybe, Can't Get Over You, Yes, 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 No, 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 or Into You.
Oh, I could have sworn it was.
I do not know the answer. I feel
could
like
have sworn it was the name would have been easier for everyone.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Into You makes more sense.
I think it would be Into You as well, because then it's a first single.
Can't Get Over You? Is that?
I don't think so. I think I'm going to go with.
I don't think it's yes, no, maybe. And yes, 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 no, no, no sounds stupid. So you're going to go Into You. I'm going to pick Can't Get Over You just to get a different one so we don't have the same answers. Okay.
Well, it's okay for Weiner. I got it.
What?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know. Which Backstreet Boy, okay, we know this, worked with 3 Deep on their second album? Nick Carter, Kevin Richardson, Brian Littrell, or Howie D? I'm going to assume it's Howie because they're friends. It would be really funny if it ends up being
that's
like
the only answer.
You think that's the answer? Here we're going with
Yeah, Howie D.
Okay.
Why would it be the other one? They don't even care about him, probably.
I'm going to get this question right. It's a true or false. True or false? CJ Hewer was the only member of 3 Deep that wasn't an actor. I'm going to go true.
True. Because I don't remember seeing him in anything.
In off Broadway or something. You're going to go. What if he was like a movie? Okay, I'm still sticking with true. I'm sticking with true.
I don't believe I've seen him in anything.
I don't think so either. I think he was just a more musical person.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie Cibrian is now married to which country singer?
Oh, this is easy.
Carrie Underwood, Leanne Rimes, Miranda Lambert, or Leanne Wambach. So obviously
Leanne Rimes, and they had I want to say they had a reality show on one of the networks as well.
Probably.
Because of the scandal.
Dun dun dun. Because they were both married, and
they cheat on each other because they had a movie together. And then they pretended like, oh no, it's not. They're just friends. And then they
were
caught
just
them.
kidding. We're actually together, but they have stayed together for all these years. So
yes, I think it's been like 10, 12 years now. Who knows how long it's been? But it's been a long.
Let's see how we did on this quiz out of 5. What do you guess?
So we should get at least 4.
I'm thinking 3 is where I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the first question was B. We both got that. Excellent.
We know our soap.
The Young and the Restless. So I only got that because Sophia shouted out Young and the Restless. So there we go. Okay, 2. What was the name of 3 Deep's debut album, which was released in 99? C. What? Okay, so we're both wrong on that. Apparently, the album was called Yes, 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 ... No, No, No.
Okay,
Okay.
how was I supposed to know? That's crazy.
I don't feel like I ever had. I had like a single from there, but I didn't have the album. Okay. Sorry, 3 was D, so we both got Howie. Excellent.
Woot woot.
Okay. True or false? CJ was the only member who was not an actor. I said true. You said true as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we are both there. And then Eddie Cibrian is married to Leanne Rimes, so we both got that.
We have
So
4
out of 5.
each.
80%, that's pretty good.
Woo, see, we're good.
It went good. All right, so do we want to pull another random full-size question, or do you want to just pick a specific boy band?
Sure. Who do you want?
Okay, you know what? Let's do the random one. And if
Okay.
it's not one of our main boy bands, then we'll
Okay.
we'll see how it goes. Okay. It has to be like New Kids or Backstreet or O-Town or Joe Bros or Back in Sync. Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
All right. We're good
I
with NSYNC.
probably won't get that many because
I
even
think
though
you
I
will.
love them, I also
You were a Backstreet fan.
I was both, but then I chose BSB.
You outwardly showed BSB. So when I do terrible on this, I have to give back my NSYNC card.
I feel like you're so good at NSYNC.
Page
Weren't they your main
25.
band?
They were my main band, but I don't know.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. What page am I going?
All right,
on?
let's do this. We got.
Oh
this.
my god, I'm looking at the wrong page. I'm looking at the scoring sheet instead of the. That's cool. You can actually put your score there, and it'll tell you. Like, well, that's cool.
Okay.
That's fun.
Can I just say
Technically,
how proud of us we are? Of us, like we're doing very well.
Technically, according to the rating system, we only got 4 on that last one, so we're an imposter, and we only know 1 or 2 songs. You have your work cut out for you, but it's just true. We only know 1 or 2 songs, but also it's
Well, they only had really 1 song.
there was only 5 questions, so there was not a rating system for that. Okay. Sorry, who did we say? In sync. 119.
Here we go.
This guy. So there we go. We got some stars on this page.
That's why she didn't put the star, because there's already a star on the
I
page.
always write in sync with the star in front.
See?
Yeah, so but there's star on the page, so we'll give her a pass there. At least it's not spelled in apostrophe sync. That is the word.
That is true. That's too much.
The word in sync is together. Okay, it's in sync. After coming together in the land of boy band dreams, Orlando, Florida, the guys of NSYNC followed the same route as the Backstreet Boys. Working with producers in Sweden, the group gained a following in Europe before eventually breaking into the United States in 1998, thanks to a Disney Channel special that was first offered to their counterparts. So we all know.
We all know this, yes. Because the Backstreet Boys were running like tire nonstop 9 years. They wanted a break. They said no, which is fair.
Fair. NSYNC's success is not just attributed to their musical talent, but also to their electrifying stage presence. Their synchronized dance routines and dynamic performances set a new standard for live shows, captivating audiences around the world. They do put on a really good show. Their energy and enthusiasm brought to the stage created an infectious atmosphere of joy and excitement. Their impact goes beyond the realm of music as they became cultural icons who transcended the boy band label. This was just the beginning for the group that would give the world Justin Timberlake. Boo. Damn it, Justin. Sorry, I still hate that man. But if
you haven't done that in a while.
Reunion, I know.
Usually you're every episode you're
trying to tone down my hatred of Justin Timberlake. I've been trying to be a mature adult, but
anyway. Okay. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
All right, let's get into the quiz. Which show did JC Chazet and Justin Timberlake star on? American Bandstand, Mickey Mouse Club, Kids Incorporated, or You Can't Do That on Television?
B.
Mickey Mouse Club, baby. How did members Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick know each other? They went to college together, they attended the same church, they both worked at Universal Studios, or their mothers were best friends?
I want to say C.
It's Universal Studios, I believe, yes. Chris worked Mel's Diner. I can't remember what Joey's was. I thought they were friends from something else. They didn't go to college. Chris went to college with Howie, so
Yes.
from Backstreet Boys. Okay, who was the last member of NSYNC to join the band? That's Lance, obviously. I mean, I'm not giving answers away. We're just going to read.
I knew that answer, so it's okay.
Joey Fatone, JC, Justin, or Lance? So we got
Lance. Because, and they wanted to keep him Lansing. To keep Lansing, sorry, because then it wouldn't work if they
Lance
just,
replaced Jason. They already had the name, Jason Glasgow.
so they added the N on,
So they pretended Lance's name was Lanston.
yes, sorry, they added a Stin.
Yes. And then he had to live with this bizarre lie for years. Randomly off topic, I just got reminded that what's that guy that left both NSYNC and Backstreet Boys?
Charles Edwards?
Charles Edwards' daughter commented on one of our posts. And said,
That's right. So then I couldn't find the message.
yeah.
So then I was like, how can I not find this message? So then I went back to that episode and then I was like, oh, thank you so much for your clarification.
Oh, you did write on that. Okay.
I wrote back after I found it.
I just felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, somebody from the family mentioned. I'm like,
I know. I was like, oh, thank you so much for your comment. And it all worked out for everyone in the end.
oh, okay. All right. Good. Sorry. I don't know why.
Because I was like, why can't I find this comment now?
Yeah. Yep.
But then I
I'm sorry if you guys comment on the videos and we're very bad at figuring out how to do these things. And
We
stuff.
try our best, but as you can see, it takes a while.
Yes. All right. True or false? Chris Kirkpatrick was originally up for a spot in the Backstreet Boys. I feel like this could be taken either way. I'm going to go false, but he knew Howie and Howie was in his class, but Howie asked the other guy to be in the band. So
I'm going to say false as well, because I don't think there was ever an opportunity for him to come.
Like he wasn't. Yes.
I think it was like a Chris thought. I don't know. Maybe it was just this lore that people think.
No, I
Chris
know
was-
that like whatever, Howie was in the class, but I don't think Chris actually auditioned for the Backstreet Boys. He did go to Lou afterwards and say, hey, I'll put together this group and make NSYNC and stuff like that. But I don't think he specifically auditioned to be a Backstreet Boy.
I don't think so either, but I
feel
think
like
Howie, even if he did, Howie would always choose the other guy.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, because isn't Howie and Chris have like similar voice tone, like whatever he is?
Too.
So that's why they're like, why do you need another one?
True. Okay. All right. Who came up with the name NSYNC, which is made of the last letter of each member's first name? Lou Pearlman, JC's father, Justin's mother, or Lance Bass?
I want to say C.
It is Justin's mother is correct. Yes. I mean, I will put that down as well. Okay. So which member of NSYNC sings in falsetto? So falsetto is the high pitch, right?
I believe yes.
So Joey, Chris, Lance, or Justin? I'm going to let you guess, and then I will say my answer.
I think Justin?
Okay, so you're going with Justin. I am going with Chris. Now I'm starting to wonder what the word falsetto means, and maybe I'm incorrect. Anyways, whatever.
Can you read a definition?
No. The question is we're moving on, man.
No, we haven't moved on.
Where did NSYNC hold their first public performance? Pleasure Island, Downtown Disney, Epcot Center, or the Church Street Station?
You would know this. I have no idea.
I feel it's Pleasure Island, which I don't think exists anymore, but that was part of Disney.
Where's Pleasure Island?
You're going to go with Pleasure Island?
Yes.
Okay. The European version of NSYNC's first album included a cover of what 1980s hit? Don't Stop Believin', More Than a Feeling, Billie Jean, or Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now? I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I'm writing what I think it is.
I think maybe Billie Jean.
Okay. I think it was More Than a Feeling, but we will see. There he is again. There he is. Okay, sorry. All right. What was NSYNC's first single in the United States and Germany? Here We Go, I Drive Myself Crazy, I Want You Back, or Tearing Up My Heart.
I think it's Tearing Up My Heart.
Shit.
Because that's the one that I found first.
I feel like I Want You Back was the first one I heard, but I'm wondering if Here We Go is the... Or is Here We Go... I'm going to go I Want You Back. I feel like I should know this. I'm sorry. Sorry, NSYNC fans.
I'm going to go with Tearing Up My Heart.
Yeah. Tearing Up My Heart. Because it says United States and Germany. And I feel like Here We Go.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, to be honest.
All right, it's fine. Due to the success of the Disney Channel concert and their album's rise on the charts, who did the group begin opening for on their tour? Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson, Madonna, or Shania Twain?
Say that again.
So, due to the success of their Disney Channel concert, who did they open for on their tour? So who did NSYNC open for? Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson, Madonna, or Shania Twain? Just pick one. Just pick one. Who do you think? I think I know this one, but yes.
Shania Twain?
You're going with Shania Twain. I picked Janet Jackson. Which Friends star had a part of the Armageddon spoof Armageddon in Sync from the 1999 MTV Music and Video Awards? Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, or Matthew Perry?
Matthew Perry?
Okay. I'm going to go with Lisa Kudrow. Okay. Okay, you should get this one. This one should be an answer because I've spoken about this a lot.
I don't know any NSYNC answers,
You're
clearly.
Fine, you're fine. Chris launched a fashion line in 1990.
This I know because I watched everything of his when he went to Much Music. Rick the Temp and him were very close.
Yes. So what was Chris's fashion line called? Pineapple Head, Fu Man Shoelace, Incinco, or Fu Man Skeeto?
D. I remember this because he went to Much Music.
I'm sorry, what? B or D?
D.
Okay, I thought you said B, and I was like, ma'am, it was not called Fu Man Shoelace.
Please listen to it.
I have so much Fu Man Skeeto shit. Like, even I don't fit into any of it, but I have a lot. So there you go. When was the album No Strings Attached released? May 1st, 2000. Oh, she's a tricky one here. All of them are 2000. I was just going to say, it's whatever the 2000 is. So we got May 1st, March 21st, May 12th, or March 2nd. I think I know this one.
I think B.
March 21st. I'm like 99% sure that's the one. But I could be wrong. I was there. I was in Toronto. Here's a picture of Justin. Okay. Which two members of NSYNC were the first to star in a movie 2001's On the Line? We have watched this. So JC and Justin, Lance and JC, Chris and Joey, or Joey and Lance?
D.
Joey and Lance. Which NSYNC song is the only song of theirs to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100? I feel like this is going to fuck me over, and I feel like it'll be an obvious answer, but might not be. So we got It's Gonna Be Me, Bye Bye Bye, Girlfriend, and I Want You Back.
I think A.
You think it's going to be me?
Yes.
I'm going to put Bye Bye Bye, but I could be wrong. And I feel like It's Gonna Be Me has had a resurgence for quite some time because of the It's Gonna Be May memes and all that stuff. So
I think so.
So that might do it. All right. What was the third and final single from No Strings Attached? Okay. Space Cowboy, It's Gonna Be Me, That's When I'll Stop Loving You, or This I Promise You, which I have renamed Chris I Promise You.
So It's Gonna Be Me, Bye 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 were the first two.
No, it's Space Cowboy, Gonna Be Me, That's When I'll Stop Loving You, or This I Promise You. I don't believe Space Cowboy or That's When I'll Stop Loving You became singles. I think it's just Gonna Be Me and This I Promise You. But I can't remember what order they came in.
I think this I Promise You.
So too.
Because I think Bye 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 and It's Gonna Be Me were the first two.
I think so. Yeah. Which pop star did Justin Timberlake date? We should know this one. From 99 to 2002. Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, and Mandy Moore.
Britney Spears. And then I think they went on, and then Justin and Christina did a tour together called Stripped.
I think so.
And then
Yeah.
I think they were trying to get back at her, at Britney. I feel like it was like very shady reason why they did a tour together.
Yep. Alrighty. So, NSYNC's third album, Celebrity, featured the hit Pop.
Dirty
Who
Pop.
wrote the song?
Say that again? Who did what?
Who wrote the song? Justin Timberlake and Wade Robson. So Wade was their choreographer guy.
That I know, yeah.
JC and Wade Robson, JC and BT, or Justin Timberlake and JC? Yeah.
I think it's A.
You think it's Justin and Wade? Okay. I went with just JC and BT because in the song they say BT, which Gina and I had no idea what the hell that meant. We're like, does this mean beneath table? I don't know. We were just fucked in the head. Anyways.
I didn't know that. See, I would not know that. I don't remember those things because it's been so long.
It has been a long time. Who was the first member of NSYNC to go solo? JC, Lance, Justin, or Chris?
Justin Timberlake.
I have dropped my pen on the floor, but yes. Oh, I found my other headphone. I was missing. Oh no, never mind. It's attached to this one. Never mind. Continue on. Okay, so Justin is for both. Okay. True or false? Okay. NSYNC officially broke up on July 11th, 2003.
True?
I feel like it's too specific of a day for it not to be true, but I also don't know if they actually... Because I know they broke up after I went for a challenge for the children.
But is it official breakup? They just didn't get back together.
I'm going to go false. But I don't know. Which member of NSYNC went on to write and produce songs for the Backstreet Boys? Interesting. Joey, JC, Chris, or Lance?
I'm going to go JC.
JC as well, because that seems like something JC would do. He does a lot of producer stuff.
He wrote the song Treat Me Right on...
Okay. Well, then it's 100% JC then. Okay. Which two members of NSYNC were on Dancing with the Stars? JC and Lance, Lance and Chris, Joey and Lance, JC and Chris. I'm pretty sure it's Joey and Lance. I don't know.
I think it's Joey and Lance as well.
Okay. There's the little Lance picture. Oh, he's so shy. Oh, so timid. Okay. Why is the page not turning? Sorry, we're near the end, guys. This is a really funny picture of Joey. I don't know what he's doing. Is he smelling his hand?
No, I think he's shocked.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
how
Like,
did-
oh my god! But it looks
Yeah.
like he's like smelling my fingers. I don't know.
He wiped his ass with his hands and he's smelling them? What?
He's probably just in shock, but
Yeah, I think it's just in shock, but you went there, so I thought I would help you out too.
I went there, yes. All right, true or false? Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick starred in Dead 7, a zombie movie written by Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter, it also starred members of Backstreet Boys, O-Town, and 98 Degrees. Obviously, that is true.
Yes, that is true.
Which pop princess did Joey, JC, Lance, and Chris perform with during Coachella 2019?
Oh, I know this answer.
So we got Miley Cyrus, Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, or Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Because they did a song Girlfriend or Gone or one of those ones, huh?
She did a cover of a song of theirs.
Maybe Girlfriend?
I think it was Break Up With Your Girlfriend. Wow, is my brain nuts? I don't think it was Girlfriend, but I feel like her song had the girlfriend thing.
It's been, I don't know, it's been a long time.
Is it Makes Me Ill was in there? I can't remember.
Oh, maybe Makes Me Ill was in it.
Okay, last question. What movie did the group reunite to record a new song in 2023? Trolls, Band Together, Barbie, Reptile, or Together Forever?
A.
Trolls. All right. I will try to do this quick.
It was a cute movie.
Okay, so we both got the first question right. Do we want to go back? The Mickey Mouse Club. Okay, 2 was C, so we both got that right. Chris and Joey worked at Universal. Question 3 was D. We got that right. So Lance was the last one to join the band. Question 4 was true. Okay, so we got this wrong. So this is the one we were like confused about. It says that Chris was originally up for a spot in the Backstreet Boys. I don't think he was.
Neither do I.
But he knew about it. So I don't know. It was kind of like I feel like that one's like a hard technicality question, but
yeah.
The Backstreet Boys. So yeah, but I don't think he was ever like waitlisted to be part of the Backstreet Boys.
I don't think so either. So maybe that's like, this is what she thinks. But if she saw like the documentaries or like listened to,
I don't know. I feel like they like to say shit a lot in sync. So I just feel like these things kind of go back and forth. And
I feel like Chris said no at the time. I could have sworn in his like name drop podcast when AJ was on, he's like, no, I didn't audition. I just went to Lou Pearlman after.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Number 5 was C. We both got that right. So that was Justin's mom came up with the name. 6 is B. I got that right. You got that wrong. So that was Chris sings in falsetto. 7 was A. So we both got that right. And Pleasure Island is where they performed for the first time. 8 was B. So I got that right. You got that wrong. And that was More Than a Feeling was the cover that they did on their European album. Number 9 was C. So I got that right. You got that wrong. So that was I Want You Back was their first single in United States and Germany.
50-50 chance.
You had a 50-50 chance. Yes. Number 10 was B. So I got that right. You got that wrong. Open for Madonna. What the hell's 11? 11A. I got that right. You got that wrong. Sorry, buddy. 11 was Lisa Kudrow was in the Armageddon in Sync spoof. Number 12 was D. We both got that right. So excellent. So that was Fumansquito, the clothing line. 13 was B. We both got that right. And that they came out on March 21st, 2000. So we got the launch date of No Strings Attached correct. 13 was, we did 13. 14 was D. So we both got that right. So that was Joey and Lance were in On the Line. 15 was A. I got that wrong. You got that right.
Yay.
So the only song to hit number 1 on the Hot 100 is It's Gonna Be Me. Bye.
I had a feeling.
I know. Yes. Good job on that one. 16 was D. We both got that right. That one was This I Promise You was the third single. 17 was B. We both got that right. That was obviously Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. 18 was A. You got that right. I got that wrong.
Woohoo!
So Justin Timberlake and Wade Robson wrote Pop.
I had a feeling.
Interesting. 19 was C. We both got that right.
Woohoo!
So that was Justin was the first to go solo. 20 was false. So I got that right. You got that wrong. That was, so they did not officially break up on July 11th, 2003. I don't think there was a specific date for the breakup. 21, B. We both got that right. So JC has written songs for them.
I knew that.
22 is C. We both got that right. So Joey and Lance were on Dancing with the Stars. 23 was True. We both got that right. So that was the Dead 7 movie. 24 was D. We both got that right. That was Coachella with Ariana Grande. And the last question was A. We both got that right. And that was Trolls Band Together. So let me count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 22 and then 1, 2. So you got 18, I got 22. So according to the chart, it's pretty good, Soph. Like, I'm impressed.
I got pretty good for not remembering any of things about NSYNC.
Very good. So you are a boy band fan. You definitely know the groups and some of the history. And I got super fan. You are a huge fan of this band, and it shows.
Absolutely.
We never got casual fan, which is 5 to 12 points. All right.
So I was just 4 off from you. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good score for you. All right. So I feel like, to only be fair, I know we're a little bit over, but it's only a five question bonus one. So let's see what we got here. Do we care? Do we want to pick someone, or we want to let the thing pick it?
Who is left?
All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, good. I was hoping for 5. Okay, good. All right. That worked. Sorry to be so excited there. All right.
Well, at least I knew.
At least you know the band, because there's a bunch of them there that we don't know. All right. So this is our final group of questions, guys. Hopefully you're playing along. So 5 is...
I definitely don't know anything about 5. So I'll probably get 0.
So she has them linked up, so they're the bonus after NSYNC. So NSYNC and 5 are similar personality styles and things. So yes. Okay. And still waiting for those 5 dates in Canada, but they are not there yet. So there's no picture on this 5 page.
You should just go to the UK.
I know. I need to make some more money, though. Gina is dying to go to the UK. So I think I'm like, maybe we could just go to England for the weekend, because, that's what people do. Or not. Anyways, 5. The British boy band known as Fives, which, by the way, we spelled it with the number 5 and then IVE, but they claimed that it was never spelled that way, even though they're liars, and we found that out. But anyways, was formed in 1997. They enjoyed success in Europe and Asia, but also had a hit in the United States. They were also pretty big in Canada, just saying. Yes. Known for their energetic performances and catchy tunes, Fives, raunchy tunes more like it, but Fives music has become...
They're like O-Town. O-Town was the raunchy band, and now 5, right?
Yeah, for sure. Fives music became an anthem for a generation. The group's blend of pop and rap elements set them apart, and their dynamic stage presence made them unforgettable. 5. All right. Question 1 of 5. What other famous group was founded by the same creators as 5? We're going to suck on this. Okay. TLC, BTS, Spice Girls, Soul Decision. Okay, I know this one.
I think Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, they were created by Simon Fuller. 5 toured with which of their boy band predecessor in the 90s? NSYNC, New Kids on the Block, Boyz II Men, and Backstreet Boys. I don't remember them going on tour with any of these people.
Either do I.
I feel like if it was with... I
feel like we would know if it was Backstreet. I don't think they did.
I don't think so. And I'm wondering if this meant like in Europe, because I know there was always festivals and stuff there.
Yeah.
I feel
Maybe
like
NSYNC.
I feel like they're too raunchy for Boyz II Men, and I think New Kids took a break. So I'm also going to
NSYNC.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah. Which of the 5 band members dated Melanie C, Sporty Spice? Oh, shit.
I don't know.
That's a good question. So Richie, Jason, Abs, or Scott?
I'm going to go Abs.
You're going Abs?
I have no idea if this is true, but I'm going to go Abs.
I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go... Oh my God, I don't know. I can picture all of them. Sporty. I'm gonna go J. You went abs. I'll go J.
I have no idea, bro.
5 reunited following a hiatus during the big reunion tour. In which year? In England, I don't know. 2006, 2008, 2013, 2018.
What was the sorry? What is the question?
5 reunited, so it wasn't all of them though, because I think Jay didn't come. Reunited following a hiatus during the big reunion tour. In which year? So there was like this British show put together like big reunions.
Do you think 2018?
I feel like that's too new. So obviously they reunited for real in 2025, but 2006, 2008, 2013, 2018.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2013.
I'm gonna go 2013. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I was thinking either 2013 or 2008 because I feel like 2006 was too early. I'm gonna go 2008. I don't know. It's probably wrong. How many members of 5 are there currently? So this is not accurate because right now there is 5 members of 5.
Right.
They've reunited. But as of last year, the options are 3, 4, 5, and 6. So obviously it's not 6. I think it was 3.
I also think that.
Okay. All right. Let's see how terrible we did at this one.
I think we at least got 1.
We got 1. So the first one was C. So we both got that. So the Spice Girls were also created by the same people.
Yeah.
2 was A. So we both got that. They opened for NSYNC. So that, okay.
Okay.
3 was B. So I got that. You did not. So 3 was, so Jay dated Mel C. Interesting. She wrote Jason, but
I have no idea.
4 C. You got that right. I got that wrong. So that was, they reunited in 2013.
Yeah.
And then answer number 5 was A. And we both got that. 3 current members, but update. Now there's 5. So
oh my gosh, I got 4 out of 5 for this one as well.
Look at that. You know what? We're pretty damn good at this. You know, after 300 and some odd episodes, I think that we actually
like it takes time to like guess and maybe like think of the answer, but we got it. I think 4 out of 5 is pretty good.
I think that's so good. I can't speak. Good. So yeah, anyways, this is a very fun book.
I guess we only really did 2 because the questions are long, but that's pretty good.
Yes. So, oh, my finger. This one is Karah in the middle here. This is a picture of her with Nick, AJ, and Joey, and they're holding her Backstreet Boys 30 book and some other friends of hers as well.
90s Con?
At 90s Con, yes. So this was from 90s Con. Yeah, because she brought her book there. And like, look at Joey, like holding the book, like clutching it, like, oh my goodness, yay, I have that. So yeah, and they're
that's
like,
awesome.
And Nick and AJ, who's cut off there? Who else was at 90s Con that year? Because one of the boy banders was cut off at the end over here. Was Howie there that year?
Yeah, Howie, AJ, Nick, Joey.
Okay. Or I wonder if that's another boy band. I don't know. Good question. So anyways, if you're looking to follow Karah, Karah-Leigh, so KarahLeigh.com. She also has the fandemonium.com. So that is like she makes merchandise like fangirl stuff. Also bsbfangirls.com. So she is obviously really big in the Backstreet Boys community. So she has a lot of stuff there. I don't know if we want to read the bio. We'll do a quick bio here. So Karah-Leigh Hancock has been a boy band fan pretty much since the day she was born, from loving New Edition and New Kids on the Block to the Backstreet Boys and 98 Degrees, then the Jonas Brothers and One Direction. She is a professional fangirl. Her first concert was during the New Kids on the Block Summer Magic Tour when she was in 4th grade. And the first CD she bought with her own money was Boys to Men 2. She's known for intense knowledge of boy bands, especially the Backstreet Boys, and released Backstreet Boys' 30th anniversary celebration in April 2023 with her friend Amelia Figliamo. She saw one of O-Town's very first concerts and was even on an episode of Making the Band. I didn't know that. That's fun.
Neither did I, yeah.
Plus, Joe Jonas looked her in the eyes. Oh, that is a wonderful experience to have a boy bander's gaze into your eyes. Karah-Leigh is a former award-winning journalist and now works in marketing by day, but promotes her favorite group of Backstreet Boys and her favorite boy, Nick Carter, by night. She currently lives in Atlanta with her cat, Maddie, who is named after a Backstreet Boys song. When she's not promoting Backstreet Boys and Nick Carter, she's either at a concert writing fiction, you can find her books online, or blogging on one of her websites, enjoying Marvel movies, watching the Atlanta Braves during the baseball season, or keeping up with the latest news on Taylor Swift. So there you go. So if you want to check out this book, it is called Boy Band's Ultimate Trivia Book by Karah-Leigh Hancock. And if you guys like this episode, maybe we'll do another one with some more boy bandy knowledge and see how Sophia and I fare in other boy band stuff in the future. All right. So thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.